Hello crochet friends, welcome back. Working on our bunny. We're going to assemble him today, get him all crocheted together. I've got my two bunny parts. We're gonna lay them flat on top of each other, line them up, bent ear to bent ear, straight ear to straight ear, right? So we've got that all ready to go. Have your filling because we're gonna stuff as we go along. I have my tail ready to go. I think I'm going to assemble my tail before I finish closing up. I made a big old tail. I was excited. I wanted this bunny to have a big fluffy tail. You can buy your tail if you want to. If you don't want to make a pom-pom, that's perfectly fine. So whatever color you choose or whatever pom-pom you choose to make for his tail, get that ready to go. And I found orange gingham, so I was excited. So I'm going to use that as the bow around the neck part here. So I made a little bow already and I kind of left a long ribbon to go around the neck. So I think I might just hot glue that, to be honest, because y'all know how much I love my hot glue. So I might do that. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, so let's get ourselves started. I'm going to get you started with joining it together, and then I'm gonna let you loose to keep working along, and I'll meet you up at the end. So what we want to do is we want to go in the same stitch on both sides of our bunny. So bunny 1, bunny 2, we're through both of them, through one stitch. Anywhere in your work, you can start anywhere you want. We're going to make a loop with our yarn and put it around our hook. Pull it through. Okay, so now, using the working yarn, not the tail. Hold your tail down if it gets in your way. You want to just do a little slip stitch there. Pull it through, pull it through. Okay, chain 1. Okay, so now we are going to single crochet in each stitch around both layers of the bunny. So enter both stitches, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. There's 1. Okay, go into the next one, another single crochet. See how this is working? Now, sometimes it will feel like it's not a stitch, and they are funny, especially like when we did single crochet 2 together. You know, it's kind of bumpy or whatever. And it's okay. Don't worry about that. The idea is that you're keeping this lined up, and that you want to make sure that your bunny is the same on both sides. Okay, so we are looking to match him up and get him nice and flat. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. And as you go along, be stuffing your bunny. I wouldn't overstuff him. I don't think he needs a ton, but just enough to make him look, you know, three-dimensional. So give him some fluff as you're going along. And because I think like when you're doing the ears and stuff, I think they're going to be narrow. So I think if you don't stuff them as you're going along, you're going to end up having to get one of those like pencils and kind of stuffing pencils and stuff it up into it. So I think it might be a little more challenging. So I think we should stuff as we go along. I think that that's the best route for us, but you do you, whatever works for you, right? Okay, this is what it's looking like. Do you see the single crochets? That is your edging of the bunny. And we're gonna keep going along, only single crochets, and we're going to make sure we're gathering both sides at the same point. Now, if you want to pin your bunny to hold it still, especially on the ears, that probably would be a really good idea. I'm thinking I need to do that because I'm noticing that my ears are just flopping all over the place as I'm trying to manipulate these stitches to do this around the head. So do what you need to do. If you need to pin it, whatever you want to clamp it, whatever. Just make sure that you're getting it the same position on both sides, okay? So keep going with these single crochets. Stuff as you go along, and we'll meet up at the end. Okay, I'm not done. So I was going to stop at the end and see how everybody was doing, but I just wanted to do a quick checkup. So I have gotten around the head and around both ears, and I've stuffed them. And this is what they're looking like. And I think they're doing good. I'm hoping y'all are doing good too. So I just wanted to check it in. And midway on this video, it was hard around the ears. Like I felt like I was really straining to find my stitches, but I did okay. I got there and I got it done, and I did put a decent amount of stuffing in there. So depending on how plump you want it, you know, put as much stuffing in or as little in as you'd like. But I am stuffing as I'm going along, and that seems to be working well, and I'm liking the ridge on it. I think it looks good, so I'm gonna keep going, and I will meet you at the end. See you there. Okay, this is my last stitch. I cut off my yarn, and I'm gonna make a knot here. This will be covered in my ribbon, so I'm not super concerned with how this looks, and I'm actually going to tie my first part of my working yarn there. I'm gonna tie it. Oop. I don't want it to come undone, y'all. After all that work, you saw how much work that was. You did it too. So these will need to be tucked in. So we need to get them inside our work. How did you do? Did everybody do okay? It was a little tricky in some areas, wasn't it? Especially like maybe where there were bends and like kind of curves in the body and the ears. I was like, oh wow, this is something. There were some parts I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. But we did, right? We made it okay. So I did put my tail on. I'll show you that in a minute once I get my bunny tail on. I'm doing my working yarn tails right now. But so get these all tucked in. That's not good. You want to make sure that nothing's showing. And if you have your bow ready, get it ready. And I'm going to hot glue mine on. I did hot glue part of my bunny tail on. I knotted it through the work. And I'll show you what I did. Hang on, drop my glue gun. We do not want to fire. I knotted it through the work on the yarn here, and then I glued it too so that it sits nicely. So I think it looks good. I'm hoping it'll stay on nicely. I always have more glue if I need to, but I love the bunny tail. Y'all, I think it's so cute. Okay, so let's get our ribbon. So I, as you can see, left the long, and I think I kind of want my bow a little, I'm thinking to the side kind of thing. So I think I'm going to cut it. I'm gonna just like do a band on it, cut it, and you know, like kind of overlap it. So even if I decided later on, no, I really want it to be in the middle of the project, it kind of will swivel around, I think. So I think we'll be okay with that. So I'm gonna just do this and then do a little hot glue and fold it over. So I'm curious to hear what everybody did for their color schemes and everything. So let me know in the comment sections how they came out for everyone. I'm trying to be careful. This is my heavy duty glue gun. My son has my other one right now, and I don't know when I'll see that one again. So I'm trying not to have too much crazy glue on here. Okay, alrighty, here we go. Get that on, let it dry, right? Okay, I'm going to move the camera. It's going to get bouncy, but I just want you to see the whole thing. Okay. Oh, he's cute. Look at that, y'all. I love it. I hope you do too. I think it came out great. I think y'all worked so hard, did such a good job. If you like this project, give us a like and subscribe so you can see other projects that come along and you can join us on these journeys. I love doing these with you, so I really hope you enjoyed it too. And we'll see you next time. Thank you. Have a joyful day.